Congratulations. You've been hired as a night shift cashier at our remote McDonald's location. Welcome to store number 2847, nestled along Highway 49, approximately 127 miles from the nearest populated area. Our store operates 24/7, serving the occasional long-haul trucker and late-night traveler. But don't worry, the night shift is usually quiet. You'll be alone most of the time, and your only view will be the empty highway stretching endlessly in both directions. No nearby towns, no neighbors, no cell phone towers for miles. Just you, the store, and the road. The previous night shift employee, Marcus, left us detailed notes about the peculiarities of this location. Corporate has asked us to share these guidelines with you to ensure your safety and the smooth operation of our establishment. There are several rules you'll need to follow to make it through your first week. Please memorize these carefully. Rule number 1, never serve customers who arrive on foot. If someone walks in from the road, no vehicle in sight, no sound of an engine, just footsteps on gravel, you must immediately lock the front doors and retreat to the kitchen. Do not look at them directly. Do not speak. Do not acknowledge their presence in any way. These individuals will often appear normal at first glance. They might be wearing typical road trip attire, jeans, sneakers, maybe a baseball cap. But if you look closer, you'll notice their clothes are always perfectly clean despite walking along a dusty highway. Their shoes show no wear. They cast shadows that don't quite match the overhead lighting. Wait exactly 10 minutes after their arrival, then return to the front counter. They will be gone. Always. Don't question where they went or how they left so silently. Simply unlock the doors and resume your duties. Marcus noted that during his 3-month tenure, this happened 14 times. He stopped counting after that. Rule number 2, the 2:03 a.m. phenomenon. At exactly 2:03 a.m. every night, the drive-thru speaker may activate with static. The sound is distinctive, not the usual electronic buzz of a poor connection, but something that almost resembles whispering beneath white noise. Do not answer it. No one is there. At least, no one you want to interact with. Let it play. After exactly 45 seconds, it will stop. Set a timer if you need to. If you speak into it, even accidentally, even a whispered hello, it will respond. The voice that comes through sounds like the previous shift manager, Janet, who transferred to another location 6 months ago. But Janet's voice shouldn't be coming through that speaker, because Janet never worked nights, and Janet was always afraid of the dark. Marcus made the mistake of responding once during his second week. He said the voice asked him about the special orders and whether he'd prepared the back room. Marcus didn't know what that meant. Neither do we. He spent the rest of that shift hiding in the manager's office with the door locked. Rule number 3, the black van protocol. If a black van parks outside but no one exits the vehicle, immediately focus on the headlights. The van itself appears to be a standard commercial vehicle. No license plates, no company markings, windows too tinted to see inside. It typically parks at an angle that blocks the main exit. Watch the headlights carefully. If they flash 3 times in rapid succession, turn off all lights inside the restaurant immediately and proceed to the walk-in freezer. The temperature inside is maintained at -2 degrees Fahrenheit. Bring a coat. You'll be waiting a while. Do not exit the freezer until you hear a car drive away. Not footsteps, not voices, but specifically the sound of an engine starting and tires on gravel. Marcus timed this once. The wait lasted 2 hours and 17 minutes. He said he could hear sounds from inside the restaurant during that time. The register opening and closing, the ice cream machine running, conversations in the dining area. But when he finally emerged, nothing was disturbed. The register was still locked. The ice cream machine was off, and according to the security footage, no one had entered the building. Rule number 4, monitor the fryers hourly. Check the fryers every hour on the hour. This is crucial. If you discover fries already cooking, burnt and bubbling despite no recent orders, unplug the machine immediately. Do not attempt to remove the basket. Do not touch the fries. Instead, Retrieve the yellow mop bucket from the maintenance closet. Fill it with cold water, never hot, and mop the floor in front of the main counter in a specific pattern. Start at the left end, move in straight lines toward the right, then back again. The entire process should take approximately 8 minutes. The fries will have vanished by the time you finish mopping. The fryer will be cool to the touch, as if it had never been turned on. Marcus documented this occurrence happening at least twice per week, always between midnight and 4 a.m. He theorized it was connected to the previous location that occupied this building, a family diner that closed in 1987 after what local newspapers vaguely described as an incident involving multiple casualties. Rule number 5, the reflection protocol. If at any point during your shift you see your own reflection in the drive-thru window, and you're certain you haven't approached that window in the last several minutes, blink 3 times slowly. If the reflection remains after blinking, immediately clock out using the emergency override code 7739 and leave through the emergency exit only. Do not use the front entrance. Do not collect your belongings. Do not attempt to secure the restaurant. Someone else will cover the remainder of your shift. Marcus never explained who this someone else was, and management hasn't clarified this point. The reflection, according to Marcus's notes, doesn't quite move in sync with your actual movements. It might wave when you're standing still, or continue moving after you've stopped. Sometimes it appears to be wearing different clothes than what you have on. Once, Marcus noted, the reflection was holding items that weren't in his hands, a coffee cup and what looked like car keys. Rule number 6, the back room. Never enter the back storage room between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. unless absolutely necessary. If you must retrieve supplies during these hours, turn on every light in the restaurant first, including the dining area, parking lot, and emergency lighting. Announce your intentions aloud. I am entering the back room for supplies. I will return in 5 minutes. The back room door should always be kept closed during night hours. If you find it open, do not investigate. Simply close it and continue with your duties. If you hear sounds from behind the door, voices, movement, what sounds like boxes being moved, these are normal. Do not investigate. Rule number 7, handling unusual orders. Occasionally, customers may request items not on the menu. Common requests include the usual for Highway 49, what she had last time, or orders for people with names like Driver or The Walker. For any of these requests, politely explain that you're new and ask them to clarify their order with standard menu items. If a customer insists they've been ordering the same thing for years and becomes agitated when you can't fulfill their request, offer them a free coffee and apologize for the confusion. Most will accept this and order normally. If they refuse and continue to insist on their unusual order, inform them that the manager will need to handle their request and ask them to return during day shift hours. Rule number 8, the 4 a.m. cleaning ritual. At exactly 4 a.m., you must clean the dining area tables in order, starting from the table nearest the entrance and working toward the back. Use only the blue cleaning solution, never the green. While cleaning, you may notice that some tables appear to have been recently used despite serving no dine-in customers during your shift. You might find napkins arranged in unusual patterns, salt packets opened and emptied in small piles, or what appears to be condensation rings from drinks that were never ordered. Clean these tables normally, but count the number of tables that show signs of use. If the number is odd, leave the last table as you found it and proceed to the others. If the number is even, clean all tables normally. Marcus kept a log of these occurrences. The pattern seemed random to him, but he noted that on nights when he found evidence of use at an even number of tables, his shift typically ended without further incidents. Rule number 9, emergency procedures. If at any point you feel genuinely threatened or unsafe, there is an emergency contact number taped beneath the register drawer. The number connects directly to a 24-hour support line staffed by people familiar with this location's unique circumstances. They will not ask questions about the nature of your emergency. Simply state your name, your location as store 2847, and say code night. Someone will be dispatched to your location within 30 minutes. Continue working normally until they arrive. Do not leave the building unattended under any circumstances. Final notes. Marcus's documentation ends abruptly after his 14th week of employment. His final entry simply reads, "The rules aren't suggestions. Follow them exactly." The Highway 49 location has been operating successfully for 3 years since the renovation. Your cooperation ensures this continues. Management wants to stress that despite these unique operational guidelines, store number 2847 maintains excellent safety ratings and has never had a workers' compensation claim. The overnight shift differential is substantial for a reason, and most employees find the work peaceful once they adjust to the routine. Your emergency contact number is 555-0149. Your override code for unusual situations is 7739. Your first week's schedule is posted in the break room. Welcome to the team, and good luck. Remember, follow the rules exactly as written. They exist for your safety and the safety of future employees. Marcus learned this the hard way. We trust you will have a more complete experience than he did.